default. That is the same function can be used different way. That is known as function overloading. That is known as function overloading. Known as function overloading. Second question: the argument of a copy construct is passed by. Argument of a copy construct is always passed by reference. Next question: the template provides a convenient way to make a family of classes. Template is used for generic programming, and that is classes. Static member is initialized to 0, 1, garbage, and none of this. Answer is 0. So static member is always assigned to 0 by default. We can overload a destructor. So question number 5. We can overload a destructor. It is true, false, cannot say none of this. Definitely, destructor cannot be overloaded. Constructor can be overloaded, but destructor cannot be overloaded. That is a false. Which of the following operator can be overloaded? Which of the following operator can be overloaded? That is, dot operator cannot be overloaded. Scope reason operator cannot be overloaded. Condition operator cannot be overloaded. So modulus operator can be overloaded. 7. Tell the position of the file, get pointer, put pointer, and constructor. Definitely, tell P always specify the position of the file, get pointer, put pointer. It is the put pointer. Position of the put pointer of a file. Next, C++, a programming language of a type structured, non-structured, procedural, and modular-based. C++ programming language is always a object-oriented concept, that is not structured, not procedural, non-modular. It is non-structured, that is object-oriented programming. A print function can be called directly like a function, like by using the object of the class, should not be called. That is, it is called directly. This is the question number 9. Class, we cannot, in abstract class we can create objects. True, false, cannot say none of these. Abstract class, in abstract class, those class that has only name of the class, no content, no object cannot be created. In abstract class we cannot create an object. That is, we cannot create an object. That is true. This is the question number 10. Constant, none of these. That is pointer. It is an integer pointer. That is constant. Pointer to a constant. That is constant. There is a keyword. So it is known as pointer to constant. Pointer to constant. Answer is C. The constructor is called at the time of. The constructor is called at the time of creating an object. Release an object, calling member of an object. None of these. Definitely, construct is called at the time of creating the object. This is the question number 2. The function can manipulate only on global data, local data, private data, static data. Static data member operate on, that is static data. Answer is static data. If P and Q are pointer of type integer and M is an integer type variable, which of the following is legal? PQ integer and M is also integer. We can apply subtraction, which is legal. P minus Q, that both are integers. Type of integer. M plus P. P is an integer. M is also integer. M plus M is integer type variable. It's not a legal. So legal is only we can subtract two pointer values. That is answer P minus Q. This is the question number 4. Is an function class. None of these. That is, scene is always an object. Scene is an object. Answer is object. Void is a dash in C++. Void is a dash in C++. Option A, data type. Option B function, option C operator, and option D none of these. Void is data type, functions, operator, none of these. Void is data type. Can be can be done by constructor, destructor, copy constructor, none of these. Reinitialization, initialization done by constructor, reinitialization done by always destructor. So this is the answer is destructor. Be declared in the inside the class or outside both. So answer is both. All the functions defined inside the class specified are inline by stat auto. All the functions defined inside the class specified inline auto, static, default, and auto. The static member are initialized to static member is always initialized to 0. This is the question number 10. So these are the solution of the question paper. These are the solution of question paper 2011. This is the question paper 2012. Static data member can be manipulated only by global data, local data, private data, static data. The answer is static data. At the time of compilation, the function body is actually inserted in case of normal function, inline function, friend function, virtual function, inline function. The answer is inline function. The ability of a function or operator to act in different way on different data types is known as data hiding, encapsulation, polymorphism, data abstraction, always polymorphism. Which of the following operator cannot be evaluated by friend function? That is equal to. Answer is equal to. Which of the following operator cannot be evaluated by friend function? The answer is equal to. Answer is equal to. A type to user defined type, to convert a basic type to user defined type, you would most likely use a built-in function, a one argument constructor, an overload equal to operator, a conversion function that is a member of the class. Answer is one argument constructor. Question number 6. The following statement is true. Void f int a, b, c. Which are following statement? Default value of argument b can be set if and only argument c has a default value. Default argument b can be set if and only argument a has a default value. Default value of b can be set if and only both argument have default value. Default value of argument b can be set even if the neither argument a or nor argument c have default value. It's not true. True is the C answer is the true answer, because function can be used to avoid arguments between classes, allow one class to access unrelated classes, increase the versatility of an overloaded operators, both B and C. Answer is both B and C. Answer is both B and C. Question number 7. Scope resolution operator limits the visibility of variable to a certain function, specify particular class, resolve ambiguities. B and C. That is answer is specified to particular class and resolve ambiguity. Answer is both B and C. Next, question number 9. Exception handling handles compile time error, runtime error, both B and C, neither B, A or nor B. Definitely, exception handling is built for runtime error. It's handled for runtime error. Inline function, question number 10. Inline function execute dash than a normal function but require dash memory. Inline function execute slower than normal function but require more memory. No, slower or more not possible. Slower or more memory not. Faster, less memory. Faster, more memory. Slower, more memory. That is faster and less memory. Answer is faster and less memory. So this is the question paper 2013. Cannot overload which operator? Friend function cannot overload which operator? That is the star. Here star is a pointer operator, not a multiplication. Which of the following enable the code reusability? We can use the code reusability property with the help of inheritance. Inheritance. Which operator cannot overload? Which operator cannot overload? That is the question mark. The static member function can manipulate only on static data. The question number 4. Function overloading is an example of runtime polymorphism, compile time pointed to constant. That is definitely function overloading is a compile time polymorphism. Now question number 6. Template is used for memory space, programming language, variable values, variable address. The answer is programming language. Constructor can return value. Not always true. Always true. Never true. Never true. This is never true. Constructor never return anything. When a function call itself, next question number 8. When a function call itself is called recursive function, inline function, or that is definitely recursive function. When a function call itself. To make any value constant in C++, we use statistical constant, virtual, all of the constant. Which of the following is an access specifier? Private, static, virtual? None of these. Definitely private. Namespace is a declarative region, virtual class, property of C++, and none of this. That is definitely declarative region. This is a declarative region. This is the question number 11. So this is the question paper from 2013. Now operator cannot be overloaded. This is a question, repeated question. Answer is conditional operator cannot be overloaded. The argument of the copy constructor. The argument of the copy constructor is passed by. That is always reference. Passed by reference. This is the question number 2. Next is question number 3. The field in a class of C++ program are by default is always by default private. Next answer, next question. The field in a class of C++ programs are by default, the field in a class of a C++ program are by default, that is private. Question number 3 is private. Answer is private. Next, choose the correct statement. Choose the correct statement. That is C++ allow any operator to be overloaded. Some of the existing operator cannot be overloaded. Only binary operator can be overloaded. None of the above. Allows any operator to be overloaded. Some of the existing operator cannot be overloaded. Only binary operator can be overloaded. None of these. Correct statement. Allow any operator cannot be overloaded is not true. Some of the existing operator cannot be overloaded is true. Only binary operator cannot be overloaded is false. None of that. The answer is B. Answer is B. Some of the existing operator cannot be overloaded. All of the public members of the base class, all of the public members of the base class, all of the public member of the base class become the protected member of the derived class. This happens in all the public member of the base class become protected member. In this case, that is definitely public member is protected. It is done by protected inheritance. This is the question number. The following class constructor will be invoked first. Definitely, first of all, base class constructor will be invoked. Then the derived class constructor will be invoked. So answer is base class. Function with same name and different signature are called function with same name and different signature are called overriding functions, overloading function, member function, constructor. Same name and different signature, that is known as overloading function. Answer is overloading function. Overloading function. A constructor is called whenever an object is declared, an object is used, and a class is declared and a class is used. Definitely when an object is declared. Answer is when an object is declared. This is the question number 8 of 2014. Next
Consider the question. Question number 9. The statement int a equal to 5. See out first. A less than 2. Second. Output will be, what will be the output of the statement? Here a less than mean this is the left, this is the left, and this is the right to right, right to left. Mean that is the left shift. The a equal to here a equal to a equal to 5. A equal to 5 mean binary of 5 is 1 0 1, that is equal to 5 1 2 4, that is 5. Now shift 2 bit. This first place is 0, bit shifted to 2 bit, then first bit is 0, second position is 0, third position is shifted to 1, that is 1, fourth position is shifted to 0, and fifth position is shifted to 1. The equivalent, this is the equivalent binary number, and the decimal number is 1 2 4 6 8, that is 1 to 4, 1 to 4, it is 8, 1 to 4 8 16, 1 to 4 to the birth, that's equal to 16 plus 4 equal to 20. So output will be the first 20 second. This is the output of the statement. Here a, that is a equal to 5, and 5 binary is 1 0 1, 2 bit shifted is 2 position to toward the left, that is 0 0 1 0 1, equivalent to binary is 1 2 4 8 16, that is equal to 20. The output is this 20. Next, the consider the following program fragment, that is int I equal to 10, void main int I equal to 20, that is output will be int 30, int I, and scope resource I. Here I will be displayed 30, and the scope resource I mean it is out of these functions, that out of this function mean out of main, that is equal to 10. So that output will be 30 10. Output will be print 30 10. So this is the output of the program, print 30 10. Consider the following program segment, that is consider the following program segment in assumed odd age. Int I equal to 5, less than int j equal to 6, j equal to 6. What will be the output of the program? Int I equal to 5 and int j equal to 6. Here assignment is done here. During the assignment printf, it is not possible to print. The output will be compile time error, because we have to print it. We have to print I after the declaration or definition, then we can print it. So this is the compile time error. So this is the compile time error. First question is function overloading. Second, the argument of the copy constructor is passed by value pointer reference both a and b. It is always passed by reference. Second question is reference. We can overload a destructor. It is true. Destructor cannot be overloaded. Cannot say is not the right choice. False. Yes. This is the right answer, false. Which of the following operator can be overloaded? Which of the following operator can be overloaded? Dot operator, Scobris operator, question mark colon, and modulus operator. Definitely these dot, Scobris operator and conditional operator cannot be overloaded. So answer is the question, that is modulus operator. A template provides a conjugate to make a family of variables. No, functions. Yes, template is used to generate different kind of functions. Programs. No, it is used to provide generic classes. Next, a function can be directly, friend function can be called directly like a non-general function by using object of the class should not be called. The answer is friend function can be called directly. Next, the class A colon public B public C, that is also called multiple inheritance, because B or C is inherited by class A. So B or C are combined together to produce the class A. Is an example of which kind of inheritance? Single? No. The single inheritance is class B colon class A colon public B. It is multiple. It is hierarchical. It is multi-level. Answer is definitely multiple, because many to one, B and C combined to A. That is known as multiple inheritance. A pure virtual function is a virtual function with which one of the following properties? Complex structure, no syntax error, none of this, no body. A pure virtual function is a function which has no body, that is equal to 0. Static member are initialized to, definitely it is always initialized to 0 by default. So this is the 0. Next question here. Next year is 2016. First question 2016. Which of the following statement is correct? Destructor has a default value. Destructor is a take argument. Destructor deallocates memory. None of these. Destructor always deallocates memory. So right answer is destructor deallocates memory. Static variables are initialized. That is depending on the number of object created. One, because static member are those member that is initialized to 0, and it is initialized only first times. Then depending on the object, all objects are used to share this static variable. So this is only once. Function access both private and public. So answer is both A and B. Answer is both A and B. Next question number 4. All public member of the base class become the protected member of the derived class. This happen in all public member of a base class become a protected member of derived class. This happens in virtual inheritance, protected inheritance, private inheritance, and public inheritance. Answer is definitely the protected inheritance. Following enables the code reusability. Which of the following enables the code reusability? Answer is inheritance. Default visibility mode in class. Default visibility mode in class is definitely default visibility mode is, that is private. If a class contains at least one pure virtual function, then the class is called virtual base class. If a class contains at least pure virtual function, abstract base class, both A and B, and none of these. That is abstract base class as well as virtual base class. Answer is both A and B. Scope resolution operator is usually limit the variable certain both A and C. Definitely answer is always reference. In binary operator overloading, how many arguments does a friend function can take? Binary operator overloading, how many function does a friend function can take? It can take 2 argument. So this is the 2. Let us consider the question paper 2017 from C++. Friend function can not overload which operator? Print function cannot overload which operator? Plus plus equal to plus and into there. Here into is the pointer operator, so this function cannot be overloaded by this operator, cannot be overloaded by print function. The ability of a function or operator to act in different ways on different data types is called the ability of function, and that is definitely that is known as polymorphism. Poly mean many, morphism mean form. Same operator or function can be used for different purposes. Next, to convert a basic type to user defined type, we would most like use a built-in conversion, one argument constructor and overload equal to operator conversion, that is the member of that class. Definitely answer is one argument constructor. Answer is one argument constructor. Exception handling handles always exception handling handle runtime operator, because exception handling is designed to handle the runtime error. The answer is runtime error. The argument of copy constructor is passed by reference. This is a very common question from previous question papers. Which of the following is not supported storage by C++? Register, auto, mutable. Mutable is not supported by any C++ or any C storage class. In declaration, class test int x. X is which type of members? Definitely by default the member is always private. So answer is private, because when we forget to specify any data type within a class, then it is by default private data member. The answer is private. Next question is, which of the following enable the code reusability? Code reusability done by inheritance. Next, when a base class is inherited by derived class as protected, the private member of the base class become the private member is always a private member cannot be inherited actually. When the base class inherited by derived class as a protected, the private member of the base class become private member cannot be inherited. So answer is cannot be inherited. One can code a default exception handler by creating a catch block with no argument. One can default exception handler by creating catch block with no argument, with void argument, with ellipse and is an argument, and the argument identical thrown. No, answer is ellipse with an ellipse as an argument. We know that when 3 dot is used, then it can catch any type of data type thrown by throw statements. If a class contains at least one pure virtual function, then this class is called. When a class contains at least one pure virtual function, then it is called abstract class. Answer is abstract class. So this is the question from 2007. 2018. Which of the following is not a features of OOPS? Encapsulation, inheritance, static binding, polymorphism. Encapsulation is one of the features of OOP. Inheritance, polymorphism is one of the features of OOP. Static binding is also one of the features of, because static binding is known as compile time polymorphism. So all the features, but the answer is not available here. Correct answer is not available here. So here the answer is wrong actually. In a class contains at least one pure virtual function, then the class is called virtual base class, abstract base class, both A and B. Definitely both A and B is the answer. Both A and B, because it can be called as virtual base class as well as abstract base class. Which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? Destructor has a default value. Constructor takes an arguments. Constructor never takes any argument. Destructor has no default values. Destructor deallocates memory. Yes, this is the right answer. Destructor deallocates memory. Then the argument of a copy construct is passed by reference. This is a very common question in the previous questions paper. The answer is reference. Operator overloading is an example of compile time polymorphism, runtime both A and B. Operator overloading is an example of, definitely this is a compile time example. This is also known as compile time polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism can be two types: operator overloading and function overloading. Runtime polymorphism implemented with the virtual function. Identify if any, and both A and B is the right answer. Next question is friend function cannot overload which operator? Friend function cannot overload which operator? Friend function cannot overload this star operator because this is an reference operator. So this is not possible by implement. This is not possible to implement using friend function. Which of the following class constructor will be invoked fast? Base class, abstract base class, derived class. Which of the following class constructor will be invoked fast? Definitely, this is the base class constructor. It will be the first to be invoked fast. STL, definitely the base class will be invoked fast. Which STL component defines how data will be stored? Algorithm, iterator, container, all of this. Which how data will be stored? How all of this is the which STL component define how data will be stored? Answer is all of this. In private inheritance, public member of the base class become public member of the base class become the private member, public member, protected member. Definitely, the public member is always using private inheritance. It is always private because private elements moves to the private members. Next question, declaration of the class test int x. X is what type of data member? That will definitely by default the member is always private member. So answer is private member. Answer is here private member. Last question of 2008. The ambiguity in multiple inheritance can be resolved by using scope resolution operator to call member function. The answer is this one is the right answer. Using scope resolution operator to a member function. So this is the answer. So this is the solution of the question paper 2018. Thank you very much for watching this video. In this video, I have discussed all the MCQ from MAKAUT question papers, subject object-oriented programming with C++, object programming with C++. Thank you very much for watching this video.